Nta Television College, widely recognized for its professionalism and excellence in media training, another significant milestone. In addition to affiliation with Ahmadu Bello University Zaria for the award of a degree in mass communication, the college has now received official approval from the National Board for Technical Education (NBTE) to commence National Diploma (ND) programs in mass communication and multimedia. Additional programs are also in progress. Admission requirements: a minimum of 5 O-level credit passes in relevant subjects. For National Diploma ND programs, minimum JAMB admissible score of 100. For degree programs, recommended JAMB score of 180 and above. This is a great opportunity to become part of the college's growing legacy in media and broadcast education. For more information, visit our website at www.ntatvc.edu.ng or call these following numbers: 0803-838-4343, 0806-980-9897. Announcer Management.
It's a place very close to you, a place easily accessible in a serene environment with adequate security. Ade Super Hotels Limited is the place with the state-of-the-art facility, spacious car park, air-conditioned rooms and suites with modern toilet facilities, standard swimming pool, well-stocked indoor and outdoor baths, boardroom for corporate meetings, halls for all kinds of events and parties, a gymnasium equipped with up-to-date facilities, restaurants that provide local and continental dishes with special services for banquet and buffet. Laundry services are also available. At Ade Super Hotels Limited, you are assured of 24 hours power supply as well as best ever reception that you can imagine. Ade Super Hotel is located at Elisha Road, PO Box 3028, Akure, Ondo State. Telephone 0803-440-4358, 034-206-855. Email adesuperhotelsakure@yahoo.com. Website www.adesuperhotels.com. Ade Super Hotels Limited, hotel with passion for maximum comfort.
The FIFA World Cup 2026 is here. Watch all 104 matches live on StarTimes, from the opening match to the final showdown.
And this time, it's not just watching, it's watch and win.
Subscribe or buy a StarTimes decoder and stand a chance to win the 10 million naira grand prize, plus many exciting prizes nationwide with subscription packages starting from just 4,000 naira. Recharge now via StarTimes app or visit any StarTimes office or dealer outlet near you.
StarTimes, enjoy digital life.
The prestigious Nta Television College, widely recognized for its professionalism and excellence in media training, has achieved another significant milestone. In addition to its existing affiliation with Ahmadu Bello University Zaria for the award of a degree in mass communication, the college has now received official approval from the National Board for Technical Education (NBTE) to commence National Diploma (ND) programs in mass communication and multimedia. Additional programs are also in progress. Admission requirements: a minimum of 5 O-level credit passes in relevant subjects. For National Diploma ND programs, minimum JAMB admissible score of 100. For degree programs, recommended JAMB score of 180 and above. This is a great opportunity to become part of the college's growing legacy in media and broadcast education. For more information, visit our website at www.ntatvc.edu.ng or call these following numbers: 0803-838-4343, 0806-980-9897. Announcer Management.
Before, my family can go 1 week without drama. 1 week, one wahala. Mama, brother, papa, sister, before. Any beef supposed to stay inside bottle.
Maggi Star is crafted from fermented soybeans, onions, chili flavor, and cloves in a way only Maggi knows.
Now my Maggi is right. Come with piece of peace. Oh, no, come at all, before,
Maggi Star, making every meal special and special moments unforgettable.
Maggi, love, me and Maggi so good together. Me and Maggi so good together.
Hotels abound everywhere, but when you're looking for a cozy, comfortable, luxury, and environment that will take you to the zenith of your expectations, A&T Hotels is the place. The rooms are designed to be your home away from home. We have success, both bar, room, and kitchen are all 24 hours. We have an Olympic-sized swimming pool and our gym to keep your body fit Our staff are excellent as they welcome you with royalty. Come shake your body as our nightclub opens every Friday with Asu Barbecue. Asuya joints available all day. We have a whole capacity of about 1,500 for your occasions. Welcome to AMT Presidential Hotels, Kilometer 5, Ilesha, Owo Expressway, Akure, Ondo State. Telephone 081-4633-5949 and 070-1222-6282. AMT Presidential Hotels. Comfort and class redefined.
The prestigious NTA Television College, widely recognized for its professionalism and excellence in media training, has achieved another significant milestone. In addition to its existing affiliation with Ahmadu Bello University Zaria for the award of a degree in mass communication, the college has now received official approval from the National Board for Technical Education (NBTE) to commence National Diploma (ND) programs in mass communication and multimedia. Additional programs are also in progress. Admission requirements: a minimum of 5 O-level credit passes in relevant subjects. For National Diploma ND programs, minimum JAMB admissible score of 100. For degree programs, recommended JAMB score of 180 and above. This is a great opportunity to become part of the college's growing legacy in media and broadcast education. For more information,
visit our website at www.ntatvc.edu.ng or call these following numbers: 0803-838-4343, 0806-980-9897. Announcer Management.
The FIFA World Cup 2026 is here. Watch all 104 matches live on Star Times, from the opening match to the final showdown.
And this time, it's not just watching, it's watch and win.
Subscribe or buy a Star Times decoder and stand a chance to win the 10 million naira grand prize, plus many exciting prizes nationwide with subscription packages starting from just 4,000 naira. Recharge now via Star Times app or visit any Star Times office or dealer outlet near you.
Star Times, enjoy digital life.
Before, my family can go 1 week without drama. 1 week, one wahala. Mama, brother, papa, sister, before. Any beef supposed to stay inside bottle.
Maggi Star is crafted from fermented soybeans, onions, chili flavor, and cloves in a way only Maggi knows.
Walking on my Maggie, make it right. Come with piece of peace. Oh, no, come at all, oh, before.
Maggi Star, making every meal special and special moments unforgettable.
Maggie, love, me and Maggie so good together. Me and Maggie so good together.
A very good evening to you, and it is another edition of News Diary tonight. News Diary is a compilation of fresh reports and some of the ones that made headlines in the course of the outgoing week. We will go on a short break. News Diary returns with the news of the day. I am Toyin Batire. Growing concerns over the increasing rate of drug abuse among Nigerian youth have renewed calls for stronger preventive measures and sustained public awareness to address the challenges. Experts and residents of Akure blame the menace on poor parental supervision and peer influence, urging a united effort to protect young people from its harmful effects. Ayomide Olowoyo reports.
Investigation shows that substance abuse is fast becoming a major public health and social concern in Nigeria, particularly among young people. The increasing abuse of drugs and other harmful substances has continued to raise concerns due to its damaging effects on the physical, mental, and emotional well-being of users. The commander of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency in Ondo State, Nanzik Salah, warned that substance abuse fuels addiction, crime, and family breakdown, urging youth to stay away from illicit drugs.
Lack of employment is also an example of a reason that make people go into the abuse of drugs. Parental subculture is another problem. By nature, curiosity is one such factor that has always come to influence people to abuse drugs. Enforcement duty is part of our responsibility, not just enlightenment.
A medical expert, Dr. Oluwatoyin Oyekomi, also highlighted the severe health consequences of prolonged drug abuse, including addiction, mental health disorders, and damage to vital organs in the body.
Say no to drugs. Stay away from drugs. Drug is harmful. Drug will destroy your academic. It will destroy your relationship. It will destroy your home. It will destroy your life.
In Akure, residents attributed the rising rates of substance abuse to poor parental supervision and negative peer influence.
What majority of our parents needs to do is look after your children. Don't neglect them.
Our parents always, maybe once in a month or twice in a month, they must go to school and go and check boys and girls.
As the menace of substance abuse continues to rise among young people, stakeholders are calling for collective action from families, schools, communities, and government to reverse the trend and safeguard the nation's future. In Akure, Ayomide Olowoyo, NTA News.
Now, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, says it has yet to receive the certified true copy of the judgment delivered by the Federal High Court in Lokoja, setting aside an earlier order relating to the registration of the Nigeria Democratic Congress (NDC). The Chief Press Secretary and Media Advisor to the INEC Chairman, Adedayo Oketola, said the Commission is aware of media reports on the June 26 judgment, but could not comment on its specifics until it obtained and reviewed the court's decision. According to the Commission, its legal department will study the judgment once the certified copy is received before determining the next course of action. The Commission's reaction followed Justice Issa Dashen of the Federal High Court judgment in Lokoja, which set aside the court's earlier judgment of December 10, 2025, which had directed INEC to register the NDC as a political party. You are still watching News Diary. Will go on another break. It returns shortly.
Nta Television College, widely recognized for its professionalism and excellence in media training, has achieved another significant milestone. In addition to its existing affiliation with Ahmadu Bello University Zaria for the award of a degree in mass communication, the college has now received official approval from the National Board for Technical Education (NBTE) to commence National Diploma (ND) programs in mass communication and multimedia. Additional programs are also in progress. Admission requirements: a minimum of 5 O-level credit passes in relevant subjects. For National Diploma ND programs, minimum JAMB admissible score of 100. For degree programs, recommended JAMB score of 180 and above. This is a great opportunity to become part of the college's growing legacy in media and broadcast education. For more information,
visit our website at www.ntatvc.edu.ng or call these following numbers: 0803-838-4343, 0806-980-9897. Announcer Management.
Many thanks for staying tuned. You can also watch News Diary on these social media handles: Facebook at Nta Akure, YouTube at Nta Akure. Now to some of the reports that made headlines in the course of the week. Ondo State government during the week said it is set to recruit 1,000 forest guards in line with the federal government directive to strengthen security and safeguard its forest reserves. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa was speaking during separate courtesy visit by the Ondo State Youth Parliament and the Niger Delta Youth Movement to its office in Akure. Paul Omukagu reports.
The courtesy visit held at the Cocoa Conference Hall provided an opportunity for engagement, exchange of ideas, and the presentation of requests by the youth groups. While the Ondo State Youth Parliament appealed for provision of a utility board and the completion of the state's youth policy document, the Niger Delta Youth Movement sought greater youth inclusion in government appointment and approval for youths to participate in the clearing of weeds along waterways in the riverine areas of the state.
We want to remind you of the youth policy document. This document is very essential to what we do as members of the parliament.
That the state government established targeted empowerment programs of youth, skills acquisition, and vocational training.
Responding to the request, Governor Ayedatiwa assured the groups of his administration's commitment to youth development. He urged them to mobilize eligible youths, particularly those aged 30 years and below, to take advantage of the planned recruitment of 1,000 forest guards in the state.
We want our own people from the various communities, about 1,000, that will be trained and be employed, and their bill will be paid by the federal government. So it's going to be a standard scale of salary to them.
Part of the outcome of the meeting was an agreement for more regular engagement between the governor and youth groups to strengthen collaboration and address issues affecting young people in the state. In Akure, Paulo Mukago, NTA News.
A non-governmental organization, Lifespring Development Foundation, during the week donated multi-million naira medical equipment and drugs to the Ondo State Ministry of Health in a renewed push to ensure safe motherhood and improved sexual and reproductive health in the state. Nta Akure has details.
The donation is to assist family planning providers to deliver best quality services to mothers in order to reduce maternal mortality to the barest minimum in Ondo State. It is a project sponsored by Lifespring Development Foundation in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Health and Ondo State government.
We started early this year, and since we started, we've had state master trainers with 2013 master trainers that are going across the 3 LGAs where we implement. Currently, we have over 176 providers that have been trained across the 3 LGAs, and the training is still ongoing. More of them will still be trained. After their training, supportive supervision will be conducted. The 3 LGAs where we implement are LGAs, we call them Mami LGAs, where the maternal mortality is high.
The Permanent Secretary, Ondo State Ministry of Health, Dr. Ayodele Adiji, emphasized that the project is in consonance with the state government's vision of quality, accessible, and affordable healthcare for all.
The family planning is very, very vital and the very thing that we need to talk about in the health sectors to reduce maternal mortality. And that is the death of a baby, the mothers and the child. The lives of babies and mothers is very, very important to us in Ondo State. And we are working assiduously to make sure that we have a minimum reduction, maximum reductions, or the lowest maternal mortality rate in Nigeria and in Africa.
The Ondo State Coordinator, Sexual and Reproductive Health, Dr. Tony Adejalo Gundari, expresses optimism that the equipment will assist healthcare providers in delivering better services to the people.
This will greatly improve maternal mortality because pregnancy is now planned. You can, the amount of money you are earning can now cover for the ones you have, and then you can decide on when next you want to get pregnant and how often you want to get pregnant.
We train them on the park, MVA, infection prevention control, family planning, various contraceptive pills. So I think with all this, they will all accept doing it.
Lifespring Development Foundation is sponsoring a project piloted in 3 local government areas of Ondo State, which are Ondo West, Ifedore, and Eseodo local governments, where healthcare providers are being trained in delivering improved sexual and reproductive healthcare services. In Akure, Nta Akure, NTA News.
The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, Ondo State during the week held a campaign to mark the 2026 United Nations International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. The campaign featured a road walk and public awareness exercise in Akure. Ayomide Olowoyo report.
As part of activities marking the 2026 United Nations International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, the Ondo State Command of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) has intensified public awareness effort through a sensitization campaign in Akure. The awareness work commenced from the governor's office, proceeded along Obadeshida Road, and terminated at the agency state headquarters, where officials and participants distributed flyers to educate members of the public on the dangers of drug abuse and the need to combat illicit drug trafficking. The Ondo State Commander of the NDLEA, Commander Nasik Salah, described the campaign as a call for collective actions against drug abuse, illicit cultivation, and trafficking of narcotic substances through sustainable alternatives. He stressed that the fight against drug abuse and trafficking requires the active involvement and support of all stakeholders.
It is a day for all countries to come together and all stakeholders to create awareness about the inherent dangers of drugs. It is also an occasion for countries, communities, organizations, both government and non-governmental organizations, to appraise the effort of government and stakeholders in the fight against the scourge of drugs globally.
Some residents of Akure commended the sensitization exercise and urged young people to shun hard drugs, citing the health, social, and economic consequences associated with substance abuse.
If they don't even see to buy again, on my point, they will not take it again. Even their life has scattered. The more they take it, the more they're mad. So they stop it. They stop selling it, they stop taking it.
That they don't do anything at home now, but when they reach school, they will be doing the thing that they are not doing at home. They will be doing it at the school.
Institutions and citizens to strengthen collaboration in addressing drug abuse and illicit trafficking while promoting safer and healthier communities. In Akure, Ayomide Olowoyo, NTA News.
This is News Diary, and you are still watching some of the reports that made headline in the course of the week. Ondo State government during the week approved the payment of more than 2.6 billion naira in gratuity arrears to local governments and primary school retirees who exited the service in 2015. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, represented by the Deputy Governor, said the administration remains committed to offsetting all outstanding gratuity arrears before the expiration of his tenure. Paul Omukago reports.
For these retirees, the payment marks the end of years of waiting and anticipation, coming 11 years after their retirement from service. The disbursement of the fourth batch of beneficiaries is a continuation of the gratuity payment process initiated by the state government in 2024, following the successful settlement of retirees who exited the service in 2012, 2013, and 2014. In a message delivered at the flag-off ceremony, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa reaffirmed his administration's commitment to clearing all outstanding gratuity arrears while also pledging to digitalize the payment process to enhance transparency and efficiency.
This achievement is not accidental. It is the result of deliberate planning, prudent financial management. To our beneficiaries, I encourage you to make prudent use of these funds.
Chairman of the Ondo State chapter of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners, Johnson Oshunyemi, commended the state government for the payment, while some beneficiaries also expressed appreciation for the gesture.
We are very glad, we are very happy, and we thank the governor for doing this.
It means delay is not denial, though it has been late since 11 years ago.
I'm so grateful. I thank God that He spared my life, that witnessed the day today.
Beyond the payment of gratuity arrears, the retirees are also expected to benefit from the Ondo State Health Insurance Scheme as part of efforts to improve their welfare and access to healthcare services. In Akure, Paul Mukabu, NTA News.
Stakeholders in the education sector during the week emphasized the need for credible and reliable data to enhance effective planning and informed decision-making in Nigeria's education system. The call was made at the Conference of Directors of Planning, Research and Statistics organized by the National Institute for Educational Planning and Administration in Ondo. Oluwakemi Ademola reports.
The 5-day conference with the theme Strengthening Education Data Systems for Evidence-Based Planning and Decision-Making brought together directors of planning, research and statistics, education administrators, development partners and other stakeholders from across the country to deliberate on strengthening education data system for evidence-based planning and decision-making. In his welcome address, the management of the host institution noted that inadequate, fragmented, and outdated education data has continued to impede effective planning, resource allocation, and policy implementation within the education sector. The Director General of the Institute, Dr. David Shofoyeke, emphasized that decisions relating to school infrastructure, teacher deployment, budget allocation, and intervention for out-of-school children must be guided by accurate and timely data to achieve meaningful outcomes.
Once capacity is strengthened in the area of ICT, digital literacy, and AI application, it is believed that the concerned planners and MES officers will help in generating relevant data.
Other stakeholders highlighted best practices in education data management, the application of artificial intelligence in decision-making, and strategies for translating educational evidence into effective policing and practice.
With reliable data, we are able to make good decisions, we are able to formulate and implement good policies, and we are able to serve the Ghanaian child better.
The UNESCO has a record that 53% of the nations of the world are still using paper for their data storage. Nigeria must be out of this very logjam.
Participants at the conference expressed optimism that the deliberations will strengthen education data system across the states and contribute to more informed policies, improved planning, and sustainable development in Nigeria's education sector.
I believe when I go back, our data will need to improve on everything that we are doing.
I should be able to identify the issues we have with data and how to address them.
We're here to learn more on how to source, collect accurate and informative data towards making decisions that will help a common man on the street.
It is expected that the recommendations from the conference would enhance evidence-based decision-making and promote greater efficiency in the management and delivering of education services nationwide. In Akure, Oluwakemi Ademola, NTA News.
A professor of crop science at NS by Koroma University, Sierra Leone, Professor Edwin Momo, during the week emphasized the need for stronger support for government policies and programs aimed at mitigating the effects of climate change on food security across Africa. This was while delivering the third inaugural lecture of Olusegun Agago, University of Science and Technology, Okitipupa. Kayode Olorundare reports.
The lecture, titled Climate Change and Food Security in Africa, Its Impact on Agriculture, Access and Adaptation, focused on the growing threat of climate change to food systems across the African continent. The guest lecturer and vice-chancellor of NSB Koroma University, Sierra Leone, Professor Edwin Momo, identified the major causes of climate change and examined its far-reaching effects on agricultural productivity, food accessibility, and adaptation strategies in Africa.
Our world is going to be in trouble with food production, and there will be a lot of insecurities around us because it's not just about food security; it's about the whole security of the internal security. And so universities, including our students, should now begin to learn how to live in communities and do work in communities that would change and bring stability to their respective communities. And that's what we are now running for as university lecturers. We should be able to inspire our students to come up with solutions, smart solutions.
In his remarks, the chairman of the occasion, Oba Professor Sunday Amuseyon, the Kalaswe of Apoiland, emphasized the need for increased awareness and understanding of climate change issues to guide policies and actions aimed at mitigating their adverse effects.
And for people to understand weather, both local and the mechanized farmers, to know when to plant, when to harvest and storage, and to make the food come to the consumers through affordable prices. It is there we will say we have stability of food security.
Participants at the event commended Olusegun Agago University of Science and Technology and the guest lecturer for addressing a subject considered critical at a time when Africa is facing increasing climate-related challenges.
Strategy for mitigating climate change, particularly the smart initiatives that were highlighted. I think they are very important for us to take because something that has come with us and we need to be proactive about tackling them.
They encourage us to embark on smart agriculture. That is, crop tolerant agriculture should be cultivated. And then he gave example of groundnuts and the one.
Stakeholders described the lecture as timely and insightful, noting that the recommendations offered valuable perspectives on tackling climate change and strengthening food security across the African continent. From Olusegun Agago, University of Science and Technology, Okitipupa, Kayode Olorundare, NTA News.
Also a professor of quantity surveying and procurement studies, Federal University of Technology, Akure Futa, Professor Oluwaseun Awodele, during the week advocated for comprehensive land surveys to determine soil conditions and the stability of construction projects, stressing the need for professional surveying practices to support proper planning and sustainable development. This was while delivering the 201st inaugural lecture of the institution held in Akure. Olajumoke Oladimeji reports.
The inaugural lecture, titled Integrating Procurement Models, Risk Management and Stakeholders' Expectation for Sustainable Construction, examined strategies for achieving sustainable outcomes in the construction industry. Delivering the lecture, Professor Oluwaseun Awodele emphasized the critical role of quantity surveyors in creating value across every stage of the construction process. He urged practitioners, policymakers, educators, and students to adopt initiative approaches to project conception, procurement, and delivery in order to meet evolving industry demands.
The sustainable construction or the sustainable development has to do with a type of development that is conscious of social, environmental, and economic impact that it will have on the society. So if we want to achieve that, there is need to integrate both the procurement system model and risk, as we know, is inherent in every day-to-day activity, and therefore it's important that we identify this risk.
The Vice Chancellor of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, Professor Adenike Oladiji, alongside other participants, commended the lecturer for drawing attention to the importance of thorough land assessment and planning before the commencement of the construction projects.
Sustainable construction cannot be achieved through isolated reforms in procurement systems, risk management practices, or stakeholder engagement strategies. Rather, sustainability emerges as the outcome of deliberate.
Our government must wake up and make sure that the construction industry is streamlined and managed.
If they keep on using professionals, those in charge, like the quantity surveyors, and those doing the materials that they are using will be correct, and those collapsing of buildings, it will really be reduced or totally be eradicated.
When we want to construct, you must survey your surroundings and make sure that the environment and the soil, the factors around, are taken into consideration before construction.
Professor Awodele maintained that sustainable construction can only be achieved through effective procurement practices, robust risk management strategies, and active stakeholder engagements. The lecture marked the 201st inaugural lecture of the university, the 25th from the School of Environmental Technology, and the 3rd from the Department of Quantity Surveying in Akure. Olajumoke Oladimeji, NTA News.
And that's News Diary tonight. We thank you for watching. Good evening.
My family can go 1 week without drama. 1 week, one wahala.